Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds.
Recently, I asked Mint Mobile's legal team if big wireless companies are allowed to raise prices due to inflation. They said yes. And then when I asked if raising prices technically violates those onerous two-year contracts, they said, "What the f*** are you talking about, you insane Hollywood ass?" So to recap, we're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month.
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. Sometimes the most painful part of getting sick is the getting better part. Waiting on hold for an appointment, sitting in crowded waiting rooms, standing in line at the pharmacy. That's painful. Amazon One Medical and Amazon Pharmacy remove those painful parts of getting better with things like 24/7 virtual visits and prescriptions delivered to your door. Thanks to Amazon Pharmacy and Amazon One Medical, healthcare just got less painful.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, I don't know what to talk about, to be honest. I was like, you know what? Let me just start up the episode and just see where I can honestly go with it. Because to be honest, I don't know what to talk about. And I'm like, I know I gotta do an episode. I know I gotta record something, but I'm like, fam, what could I talk about? Because I started thinking, maybe I could talk about sneakers. But I'm like, what could I possibly say about sneakers? I felt like I said everything that I need to say about sneakers on my podcast. Although there probably are some episodes that I can do regarding sneakers. But yeah, it's like I looked at my wall of sneakers, didn't see nothing. And I'm like, I can't just do a whole podcast episode just talking about one particular sneaker. I mean, I could, but I just think like right now, I'm like, nah, man, I don't, maybe down the road I'll do something like that. But then I was thinking maybe I could talk on something YouTube related. And I'm like, no, can't think of nothing YouTube related. So yeah, I'm just sitting here struggling to come up with a podcast episode idea. And it seems like that's been like a new normal now. Like maybe I could just talk on like how difficult it is recording podcast episodes. Like, early on, it seemed like it was a lot easier because there was so much to talk about. But then as the seasons go on, the episodes go on, I find it very difficult to talk about like just whatever, okay, maybe not so much as that I find it difficult. It's just that I find it difficult to find things to talk about. So yeah, it's just something where I'm like, fam, I don't get like how at one point in time, like I could record numerous podcast episodes, right? And this was like maybe the first couple of years I had my podcast, just overall, after I created it. And now it just seems like that it's so difficult to come up with an episode idea. And you know what? It's funny because I remember there was an episode of the TV show Martin. For those that have never seen that show, definitely recommend you guys watch it. But there was an episode where the main character on there, of course, Martin, because he had a radio show. So radio show, it was pretty much like back then in the 90s. Yeah, it was almost like a podcast in a way. But yeah, it was like he was struggling to find things to talk about, and he just didn't want to talk about any old random stuff. So I'm like, dang, bro, I think I done found my, overall, it's like I find myself where I feel like I'm at a wall, but I'm trying to climb it, and I feel like I'm making some sort of progress, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, what could I talk about? It's really weird now. And I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I even feel like that with content creating, more so outside of podcasting, like with YouTube, Twitch streaming. Like, I find it difficult. I'm like, okay, what video can I do today? Like, what voiceover can I do? What TikTok video I can do? I don't know if it's like, and that could be the case too, where I'm just burnt out and I need to take me a break, because people tell me that all the time. Like, I just had one friend tell me where I needed to take a break or something, or make sure I take breaks. And I'm like, fam, I can't remember the last time I took like a genuine break from YouTube, because that's the thing. Like, my mind just stayed, or not YouTube, but content creating. But it's like, my mind stays just in content creating mode 24/7. Like, if I'm going to sleep, I'm over here thinking of like, okay, what could I do tomorrow, or try to plan out some stuff. Or like, honestly, there are some nights where that will put me to sleep, thinking of like all the different content that I could do for the next day. Next thing you know, I find myself asleep, waking up, and I'm like, all right, let's get to the grind, have me something to eat. And then start thinking about what game I'm going to play, or I'm like, maybe I got to go out and, just kind of, because I do that too. And I'm like, maybe I got to do that for tomorrow, just kind of go outside, get some fresh air real quick. But if not that, I'm like, yeah, bro, it's one of those things where I'm like, man, I wish that I wasn't, if I am, I wish that I wasn't burnt out. It's just, because that's the thing, like, I don't like looking at myself as being burnt out, because I just feel like that I haven't done much. It's like I might have posted thousands of videos across multiple platforms and then have my podcast going on, streaming twice a day. Like, yeah, I am doing a lot, but at the same time, I feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like that there could be a lot more that I could, that I could possibly be doing with content creating. And I just, man, I don't know. I'm like, I'm at a point in time now where, yeah, it's all like, maybe I should take a break. Maybe I just need to find something else to get into. Cause I don't know, like, I don't want to say that I'm bored, but at the same time, I'm like, I do feel that way though. Like, I feel bored and burnt out. And I'm like, that's the thing where it's like, I don't want to look at my content as like, I'm bored with it. Like, but at the same time, I'm like, I do want to do other things though. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, that's the thing. I'm like, maybe I guess I could focus on some of my other channels, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, a lot of the other channels that I have, I just, like, even with that, like, I can't think of no content that I can do for with it and stuff. So yeah, maybe I do need to, because that's something that I need to do, because I do have 2 journals where it's like filled with a bunch of different ideas, and I think that's what I need to do. And I'm like, maybe I just need time to kind of just sit down, listen to music, and just write down ideas. I think after I'm done streaming tonight, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing, just sit down and write out some ideas and stuff. And then also on top of that, like, I would write some stuff too, because I'm like, I wanted to get back into writing. And the platform that I was using, Storyfire, currently right now it's down because I guess like they're not paying their workers. And I'm thinking to myself, fam, you guys should have been doing that. You guys should have been on top of that from the jump. I don't even get how you guys have a platform. You've had a platform for this long. Like, Storyfire's been in the game now for a while. And you mean to tell me like you guys just for some reason stop paying your workers? Why? For what reason? Like, and that's the upsetting part, is that every time when I do go and open up Storyfire, it's just the same message over and over again. We are working on bringing the Oasis and streaming. Stay tuned for major updates. And then you go to their Twitter account. Hold on for a second. Let me open up their Twitter. Let's see if they made any new tweets. Nope, it's just still the same old. And I'm like, bro, it's just something where I'm like, man, I guess like maybe if I had that option, then I probably would have like something to do and things, and stuff to talk about in videos, where it's like there's stories that I'm working on, but it's like I can't even do that, so yeah, it's really messed up. I'm like, I feel like that I took Storyfire for granted. Like, I didn't use it to the best of my abilities. And yeah, overall, it's like, I don't know if that platform plans on coming back on, but if not, then it's like, dang, it's just all that work that I had on there just all gone. And I'm like, man, that's messed up. There are stories that, there are some stories that I was working on where I finished up chapters, and then there was them same stories where it's like there was some unfinished chapters. And yeah, it's like I can't even, there was a story I think I hadn't even started, or I put it, I had it in a draft section, but I haven't even published it yet, so it was like, cause I was still working on it, and I'm like, dang, bro, it's like you have it where you shut a person out of their, like, pretty much their work. I'm like, bro, that's like having it where you work on a floor, but a part of that floor is like, it's missing or closed off, and I'm like, I can't even go in that area, and I'm like, fam, that's a part of my job. Like, it's like, and I don't want to like go and find, cause Storyfire, I like how they do their stories. I like how they go about writing out stories and stuff, where you can have different characters and things like listed out versus having it where it's like written out like a book almost. Or I'm like, eventually I would like to get into that, like book publishing. Yeah, at the same time, I'm like, dang, bro, it's like I would like to have it where my work is on Storyfire. I feel like that's where most things are like at nowadays. It's on the internet, it's like I feel like, yeah, people, they're gonna read a digital version. I mean, yeah, there's still people out there, because I know from time to time I'll do that, go out, get me a book, get like maybe through the first few pages and then don't finish it. Like, there's books that I had to say the last time I read a book and I actually was sitting down reading it. It was this book that XXX had talked on before he passed, called The Master Key System, I think. And I think I got like halfway. I think it was maybe like more than halfway through that book, but I never did finish it. And then I got a book from the one guy, Charlemagne the God. Never finished that book. Then I had got like some other random books too. Never finished them. And I'm like, man, I need to. I don't know. Maybe I gotta do that too. Get back into reading, because when I was younger, I used to read a lot. And then yeah, it's like, I don't know. I just like, I've changed, but it's like just the way that I'm changing. Like I noticed this change, and it's just, I don't like it. It's like, I don't like the person. Like I like, I'm still working hard at like what I'm doing, but at the same time, I just don't like the fact that it's not enough. And it's just, yeah, it's like where my mind is at right now. I feel like I am going to overwork myself, because I have like a part of me is telling me you're doing more than enough. You streaming twice a day. You're posting podcast episode and extras. You're posting TikTok videos, Instagram videos, YouTube videos. What else am I doing? It's like, yeah, it's just, and then, I was writing at one point in time, and it's like and then also looking for like different brand deals. And it's just, man, content creating, it can be overwhelming at times. And it's just, especially, it's like, when you're doing it alone, it's like, I see it at times where it's like friends of mine's, like they got a group of friends that they can play games with. And, yeah, it's just, I have like my friends I can play games with, but it's like, I don't feel that it would be in their place to like, oh, put your stuff aside and be here for me with content creating. But I would like for somebody to do that, and then it's like, yeah, it's just personal life issues and things, just kind of having some days where I'm just down and out, depressed, and I'm like, dang, bruh, I just want a day where I could like just go back to things being like how it once was when I was younger, where it's all like, but yeah, obviously, like, being a responsible adult, but at the same time, just being in a clear mindset, because I'm telling you, like, right now, my brain, it feels like a busy freeway. It feels like a busy freeway where it's like there's some flows of traffic from time to time, but then there's just days where it's all like prior before I started recording this episode, like the traffic had just stopped. Like there was no cars moving. And yeah, man, it's just, it's tough some days. It's days where I'm all like, dang, bruh. I'm like, I just want to lay in the bed and just not do nothing. Just watch TV, scroll through TikTok, scroll through Instagram. Probably save some videos for recording and stuff, but yeah, overall I'm like having it to where it's like I gotta set up my room in a way to where I'm like recording content. Yeah, it's just, it's days where I'm all like, man, I'm just tired, it's like and that's what I probably need to do is take a break, but I'm like, I just don't feel like that right now. It would be best for me to take a break, where it's like there's moves that I want to make, and I'm like, I can't make those moves if I'm laid out in the bed not doing nothing and stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm like, man, it's tough. Like, that's one thing about content creating. It's tough. Personal life, I mean, I'm having my days where I'm just all like, dang, bruh, it's like, how, like, that's one thing where it's all like, it's kind of, and I had to say that's why it's like, it's depressing, because it's like, I look at like those around me and I see them living lives that I want, and I'm like, dang, bro, seeing it where it's like friends of mine's, friends and family getting married, it's like friends of mine's having kids and stuff, and they're like family too, and yeah, it's just, you hear them like lifestyles, and it's like, dang, bro, I wish that was me right about now. It's like, I just feel like that, I don't know, like I don't want to say that I'm throwing my life away, but at the same time, like, I feel that way though. I feel like that I haven't done much. I feel like I haven't done anything at all. It's like, it's like I sit down and I look at myself and I'm like, I'm not happy with what I'm seeing. If I can truthfully be honest with you guys, like, that's how I feel right now. I don't feel good about who I am. And that's like the messed up part about it, where it's like, I want to be better, I want to do better, but it's just, and it's not even that I'm asking like how, it's just more so like when is that going to happen? And I feel like that, maybe when I have like my big break on YouTube. I felt like I did have my big break on YouTube. I mean, it's not at a significant high number. Like, I got like millions of views flowing through my videos and millions of subscribers across all my channels. But I mean, like, yeah, I'm happy with my content creating career. It's like I'm happy with the achievements that I did make, but I just feel like that it could be more. So it's like I'm definitely not satisfied with where I'm at, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, it's just, things could be better. I just don't, maybe that is the thing too. I just don't know how it could be better, but it's like, it's more so like, okay, when is it going to get better? I feel like I know how. It's like, I just got to keep working with content creating, but it's like, when am I going to have that day where it's like, the big break that I had before, like hitting 100,000 subscribers, I'm like, okay, like that happened, but I'm like, this is huge. Like, this is a huge moment for me. Like, this is, and and there was at a point in time where I thought that was going to happen, where I remember they were, I think it was like some ABC representative contacted me, and they wanted to use my one of my videos for that for a documentary about that submarine situation near the Titanic, and I was like, fam, like this is gonna be crazy. And then at the last minute, that's when I was told, like, yeah, your video ain't gonna be used for that documentary and stuff. And I'm like, dang, bro. I think I talked on that a while back. But yeah, I'm like, man, it's just, that's one thing, I guess, like, because that's when I post content. The thing is this, like, I'm taking a gamble with my content. I'm like, okay, like, I gotta record this, post this, see what happens afterwards. I'm just sitting down patiently waiting and stuff, seeing what video's gonna take off. Then I'm like, all right, nothing's gonna happen. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like I'm having videos of mine. It'd be that one video I'm not expecting, and it's like, oh, that's getting a lot of views right now. And then it's like, oh, okay, cool, so, but yeah, it's just, it's just tough right now with where I'm at in life. And I'm like, I just got a lot on my mind. Maybe I need to go see a therapist or something. I'm like, I gotta go see something, because I'm like, man, either something that's going to put me in the right mindset, or somebody that's going to, I don't know, just something where I'm like, I feel like that there's something on the other end, like, hearing me, because that's, I feel like it's been like that my whole life. I ain't never had nobody just sit down and listen to me and stuff. So yeah, at some point in time, I just know that, just, with the, just with peace and blessings, I don't know what I'm trying to say, because I'm trying to put my watch back on and stuff, because I know I'm getting ready to end this episode in a moment. But yeah, just with, some peace to mind, some blessings, probably sitting down, maybe praying a little bit more, getting closer with God. I'm like, maybe there's a lot. I'm like, it's definitely a lot, but I'm like, yeah, it's like, maybe I could start there, see where it goes. And then, overall, just see where I'm at, towards the end of the year. But it's like, I definitely want to make some changes, and I'm like, yeah, I feel like that it's definitely that time where I need to start working on those changes. So yeah, it's like, you guys notice a change with me within this year. It's just one of those things where I'm like, if I feel like it's going to help me in a way where I want to be helped, then yeah, I'm going to make those changes. So, anyways, but, with content creating, I know I am going to make some changes with some channels. Definitely keep on the, just keep doing what I've been doing and things. But, I guess, maybe I do it a little bit more, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.